In the very heart of the Americas, there's a nation barely wider than a river is long. A sliver of land, really, that was carved out by oceans and human ambition. This is the story of Panama, a small country whose entire destiny was shaped not by its size, but by its unique and absolutely crucial place on our planet.
And that's the central puzzle of Panama, isn't it? It's a place of incredible contrasts. It's a bridge between continents and oceans, between ancient, untouched jungles and gleaming modern skyscrapers. So how? How did this one small isthmus become such a critical piece of global history, of commerce, and even of the Earth's ecology?
Well, it all starts with geology. About 3 million years ago, powerful volcanic forces pushed this land bridge up from the sea, literally stitching North and South America together for the very first time. Now, that single event completely rewrote the map of the world. It altered ocean currents, it changed the climate, and it allowed life to move between two continents that had been separate for ages.
And that geologic event, right there, is what forged Panama's geographic destiny. It's this idea that its location basically sealed its fate. From the moment European explorers like Vasco Núñez de Balboa hacked their way through its dense jungles back in 1513 and laid eyes on the vast Pacific Ocean, that was it. Panama was, and still is, the ultimate shortcut, the path between the seas.
And that destiny, that path between the seas, found its most incredible expression in one of the greatest engineering feats in all of human history, the Panama Canal. It was a dream that took centuries to finally become real, cutting right through mountains and jungles just to unite the world's two great oceans.
You know, this timeline really tells the story of a nation's fight for its own identity. It all kicks off in 1903 with independence from Colombia, a move that was, let's be honest, directly tied to getting the canal built. For almost 100 years, the Canal Zone was like a little piece of America right in the middle of Panama. But then, in 1977, the Torrijos-Carter Treaty set the stage for a truly historic moment. On the very last day of 1999, Panama finally took full control of its greatest asset.
The canal's power today is just immense. It's not some historical monument. It is the engine of the Panamanian economy. That's 7.7%. That's the slice of the entire nation's GDP that comes directly from canal tolls. And that's money that fuels social programs and development, locking in Panama's vital role in global trade.
But here's the thing. The story of Panama is so much more than just the canal. Once you look beyond those massive locks and the global shipping lanes, you find a nation of absolutely breathtaking contrasts. So first you have this, Panama City. A glittering skyline of steel and glass that could rival almost any in the world. It's a powerhouse of international banking, commerce, and trade, a super modern hub connecting capital and business from all across the globe.
And then you have this, an almost unbelievable fact. Panama is one of only a handful of countries on the entire planet that actually absorbs more carbon dioxide than it produces. So, how is that even possible? Well, the answer lies just a few miles outside the city. It's because nearly half of the entire country is covered in dense, protected jungle. We're talking about places like the legendary Darien Gap, a wilderness so wild it's the only break in the Pan-American Highway that runs from Alaska to Argentina, or parks that are just teeming with a dizzying number of birds and other wildlife. This is where the skyscraper truly, literally meets the jungle.
You know, this idea of being at a crossroads isn't just about ships and geography, it's about people. For 500 years, the currents of human history have just flowed through Panama, and what they've left behind is a uniquely vibrant and diverse culture. Looking at this chart is like reading Panama's entire history in one glance. It shows you the heritage of its original indigenous peoples, the legacy of the Spanish colonists, the deep, deep influence of enslaved Africans, and then all the waves of migrants from the Caribbean, from China, and beyond who came to build the railroad and, of course, the canal. And when all those threads come together, you get this stunning cultural tapestry. You can see it in the incredible elegance of the polera, a dress with Spanish roots that's been transformed into a Panamanian icon. You see it in the vibrant mola textiles of the Guna people, a form of art that's now recognized all over the world. And you can feel it in the tamborito, where Spanish guitars meet African drums in what is truly the nation's heartbeat.
So ever since gaining full control over the canal, Panama has really been charting a new course. It's been weaving together all these paradoxes, commerce and conservation, tradition and modernity, to forge its own unique path in the 21st century.
I mean, think about this. What does a country do after decades of military rule and even a foreign invasion? Well, Panama made a remarkable choice. In 1990, it just abolished its army. It decided to invest in security through its police forces and diplomacy, not soldiers. That is a profound statement about the kind of country it wanted to become.
And economically, the nation has just doubled down on its geographic destiny. The Colón Free Trade Zone is this bustling commercial empire, the largest of its kind in all the Americas. So in this way, Panama has really leveraged its location far beyond just the canal, becoming a commercial linchpin for the entire hemisphere.
It really all comes together in the nation's official motto, Pro Mundi Beneficio. It means for the benefit of the world. And that phrase, it just perfectly captures Panama's role and its identity. A nation whose very existence serves as a bridge for global commerce, for culture, and for nature.
And so, we end right back where we started. For centuries, Panama's story was written by other people, by empires, by engineers, by global powers. But now, with its destiny held firmly in its own hands, it faces the ultimate question: what comes next? For a nation that was built to serve the world, the greatest journey of all might just be the one it is now taking for itself.